الحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله وعلى آله وصحبه أما بعد. السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. يقول الله في محكم تنزيله بعد أعوذ بالله من الشيطان الرجيم: يا أيها الذين آمنوا اتقوا الله وكونوا مع الصادقين. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala is calling upon all the believers. All who you believe, be cautious of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and practice honesty and truthfulness. في هذا المجال, within this context, النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم gave us a beautiful hadith, a treasure of a hadith. النبي صلى الله عليه وسلم said in close meaning, إن الصدق يهدي إلى البر وإن البر يهدي إلى الجنة وإن الرجل لا يصدق حتى يكتب عند الله صديقا. الرسول صلى الله عليه وسلم, close meaning of this hadith, said that truthfulness and honesty leads to al-birr. Al-birr, hard to translate, but it's all sorts of goodness is included in kalimat al-birr. All type of khair is included in al-birr. Honesty will lead to truthfulness. Truthfulness will lead to all sorts of goodness. And all sorts of goodness will lead to al-Jannah, which is something that we all want to get, insha'Allah. So the easy path, the perfect path, is what Nabi sallallahu alaihi wasallam showed us, is as-sidq. On the other hand, Rasul sallallahu alaihi wasallam said, إن الكذب يهدي إلى الفجور. Lying, dishonesty will lead to all type of evil. And al-fujur yahdi ila an-nar. And straight, all type of evils will lead to hellfire. وَالْعِيَاذُ بِاللَّهِ. وَإِنَّ الرَّجُلَ لَيَكْذِبْ حَتَّى يُكْتَبَ عِنْدَ اللَّهِ كَذَّابًا. This second part is very interesting, because a man or woman will be truthful and honest, and it will be part of his psyche and his habits and his personality, to the point Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will write him amongst as-sadiqeen or as-siddiqeen, which is manzila, below the manzila of al-anbiya. Right next to the anbiya, there's as-siddiq. A truthful man, an honest man, an honest woman will be truthful and honest until Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala write him in his kitab among as-siddiqeen. On the other hand, the man or woman will lie and will tell falsehood and will be dishonest until Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala will write him as in a book of his subhanahu wa ta'ala as a liar. What kind of face would the person come in the day of judgment? With a face that his name is kadhab. Nas'alullah an nakuna ma'a as-sadiqin. Now, this is the first part. And most of us, when we think about sidq, we straightforward talk about dealing with others. In fact, dealing with others is the outer layer of the real fruit. The real fruit is in the heart of yourself, is being honest within yourself. Because there are lots of things that happen within you that are not apparent in an outside world. And perfect example is as-sawm. لهذا الله سبحانه وتعالى إلا الصوم فإنه لي وأنا أجزي به. Only Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala and yourself knows you're fasting. Nobody can see you. Nobody can notice if you have eaten or if you have drank anything, but Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala knows. So the second part, or the inner part of as-sidq, is to be truthful within yourself. And we're going to come up with an example, inshallah. And this is very important. When we deal with other people, sometimes we get into a situation where we act, or we want to react badly. Then your sidq comes and play a role. You are in a fight with somebody. You are in an argument with your spouse, or your friend, or your brother. There's a point where you can say something nice or you can say something good. As-sidq is when you stop and you say, you know what? I'm not going to be vengeful. I'm not going to be bitter. I'm not going to be hurtful. I'm not going to be hateful to the other person. I will stop. I will repress myself. That's why and Nabi sallallahu alayhi wa sallam advised all the time, don't be reactionary. Take your time. If you're angry, sit down. If you're standing, sit down. If you are walking, stop. And Rasul sallallahu alayhi wa sallam trying to tell you, make a distance between you and your immediate nafs. Because your immediate nafs will tell you only some bad things. Ash-shaytan will take advantage of the moment and he will tell you what to do. يجري في الإنسان مجرى الدم. Right? He rises in human being in his blood, all around his blood. So if you react quickly, your blood pressure goes up and shaitan will give you waswasa and you would not even have a chance to think. But Rasulullah ﷺ tell you, no, stop and think. And the dear advice Nabi ﷺ told us, لا تغضب, لا تغضب, لا تغضب. Do not be angry. Do not be angry. Make a distance between you and your immediate reaction to do evil things. And the Nabi ﷺ gave us a dear advice in Ramadan. If somebody would come across you in a hateful way, in a vengeful way, trying to say something negative to you, and Rasulullah all he said, قُلْ إِنِّي صَائِمٌ. And sa'im, which means I am refraining from all type of evil. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to make us among as-sadiqeen. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to accept our siyam and يجعلنا من الصادقين. أقول ما تسمعون وأستغفر الله لي ولكم والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.